Hey everyone, it's Ruth Stern, and today's video is on that dreaded word, procrastination. How many of you can relate to procrastinating? I think all of us. Some of us do it a little, and some of us do it a lot. But nevertheless, we do it. And what I'm telling you today is procrastination isn't really what you think of it as. Most people will say, well, I'm a procrastinator because I'm lazy, or because it's a bad habit. Now, it is a bad habit after a while, but there's a deeper reason why, and I'm going to tell you what it is now, and I'm also going to tell you what you can do about it. Because procrastination is a big deal if you want to be successful, obviously. If you procrastinate, you don't get things done. You won't get that raise in the job. You won't get that deal that you wanted to make. If you procrastinate, you won't get that vacation that you were hoping for that wouldn't be so expensive because you procrastinated on the discount. Whatever it is. So it really is important to get your ducks in a row and figure out a way how you can stop doing it. So here is one of my big answers to that. The real reason that you and I procrastinate is because we attach more negatives to doing the task, and we stack it so much that we don't want to do it. For example, I hate doing closets. If somebody says it's time to clean your closet, it's a hated task for me. And so all I see, this is my stacked negatives, is it's a lot of work, it's going to take too much time, and it's boring. So I've stacked so much, I keep avoiding it. That's what happens, right? But here's the answer to how I get through the closet, or whatever it is I want to do in life. And this applies for you. First, recognize the negatives you're attaching. All you got to do is say to yourself or write down, what negatives am I stacking about this thing that I want to do? So then you're aware of it. Once you have the awareness, now what you're going to do is sit back and say to yourself, what positives could I attach to this task and make it much better for me? Either the result or make me feel better. So let's take the closet example. And here's some of the things that I've said. Well, I think it's a 3-hour job, but I can chunk it down and do a half an hour at a time and take some breaks. That's actually one of my favorite ways to get through procrastination. I call it task reward and chunking. You take a task that you hate, you do a small piece, and you get a little reward. Then you do another piece and another reward. So you actually have the reward to look forward to, and it gets you motivated to do the next piece. So as an example, I'll work on the closet for 30 minutes, and my reward is watching part of a show that I recorded. But I only watch part. Then I go back and do another piece of the task, and I get to watch another piece of the show. So it's like something I have to look forward to. So what happens is, if you stack it like that, you move towards the goal rather than away. The other thing you can do is visualize the end result. So what I do is, I say to myself, okay, when this is all clear and everything's organized in the closet, and I picture it, and I see this neat closet, and I can find things. I find things that I haven't seen in a year, and I'm surprised, or I clean stuff out that I don't need anymore. And we know that clutter, by the way, if we're using that example, is just psychologically holds you back anyway. So I see all this clarity, clean, kind of zen-like room, and it gets my energy up. You probably can see it now as I'm speaking to you. And it changes the whole feeling about me doing it, and I go towards the task. So that's the two things I'm offering you today if you want to end procrastination. Stack a lot of positives of what it's going to do for you now and at the end of it. And then visualize the end result. You know, it's what athletes do. They visualize the end result. If swimmers are on a swim race, they're going to visualize them at the very end of the race. If it's a tennis player, they're visualizing their swing and having a great smooth shot. I used to do that when I was on a tennis team. So hopefully these are some really good ideas for you to end procrastination and move towards what it is that you want in life and your work.